on guys, welcome back to the channel. It's a great day. Today we're going to be installing a brand new radio head unit on this 2018 Toyota Tundra. 5-6 months ago I installed one on my 2012 Toyota Tundra, and I'm going to go with the same kind of radio head unit I did in my last truck because it worked so well and I loved it for the little time that I had it. And it's this item, and it's their same model, the G13. This thing was amazing. I love the way it looked and actually worked in the last truck, so we're going to be installing it in this truck as well. This is an 18. It's got a little bit of a different dash setup than the last one, so the radio is a little bit different. This does have navigation, but it's old school. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay when you hook up to it. It just has Bluetooth. So yeah, we're going to get rid of this. I think the new radio actually takes up this whole space, so it's a nice big screen. The install is fairly simple, even like the last one. It's not that hard. It doesn't take very much time. But I'm gonna go ahead and walk you guys through it. We're gonna go ahead and unbox it and see what all it comes with. Should be fairly simple. Should be able to keep the backup camera, should be able to keep the steering wheel controls and all that with the harness that comes in this box. Installation instruction, user manual, some zip ties and some panel poppers. Here's our two harnesses. So this comes with two different harnesses depending on the year of your truck. We'll get to that when we get to it. And then obviously we got, oh yeah, let's take a look at this. Here is our new head unit. First things first, let's go get the old one out of the car. One of the first things we need to do is we need to get this loader section out. So I'm going to utilize some of the tools that came in the actual radio kit by simply just popping this out. Get behind here. And we just need to pop this loose. Work our way all the way around. We can disconnect all our harnesses here. That out the way. Next, we need to grab the bottom of the AC control head here, and we just need to pop it forward. Simply unplug it. Put that in the back seat for now. All right, now that we got the AC control head out the way, we need to remove, there's gonna be 4 10mm bolts that's holding this radio secured to the dash, and there's gonna be one right here, one right there, and there's gonna be one in the far back on each side. So there's one back there that you can see, and then on this side there's one back there as well that you can see. So we need to get those out of there. I recommend getting a 10mm magnetic socket so you don't drop the one that's in the very back down into the dash panel. If you don't have a magnetic socket handy, one thing you can do is you can grab like some electrical tape or just some kind of like painter's tape and put it over the front of your socket like so. Just cover it a little bit, slightly, not too tight. And then when you go to your bolt, press over it. That way it kind of goes into the tape. And that way it'll hold it for you. Just a little trick. That way you don't have to lose your bolt. All right, now that we got all 4 of the bolts out, we can grab our radio and simply just pop it forward. And once we pop it forward, we'll go ahead and all we're gonna do now is just disconnect all our connectors on the back side. So these on the back, you don't have to disconnect. It's part of the radio harness. Just the main one. These can stay on the radio. A lot of times when you pull the radio out, these yellow clips stay with the dash. We just need to simply just squeeze these and pull these back out of there. These we're going to reutilize on the new radio, so we need to keep these. The new radio is secured in the same way as the factory radio, using the brackets in the 4 10mm bolts, but we need to reutilize the side mounting brackets, so we need to remove those off and transfer them over to the new radio. These use a 8mm socket. So these have little indentions here. Those go into the little slots in the radio, like so. And then only 2 screws are held in. Let's do our left side. Alright guys, so with the mounting brackets on the new radio, we can go ahead and get the power cables out and all the accessories out of the bags, get them all sorted out. So there are going to be 2 power cables here. So the way you can tell which one's the one you're going to be using is they're labeled. So this one's CB047, and on the instructions it says that one is used for Tundras from 2020, 2021, and the one that has CB004 are for Tundras 2014 through 2019. So this is the one we're going to be using. Find the main connector, which is this. It's going to plug into the slot right here in the back of the radio, like so. And then we can go ahead and get all our accessories, and those will plug into these adapters here. But first, I'm going to go ahead and in the truck, I'm going to run my GPS antenna, run my microphone, get that set up and ready. So that way when I go ahead to install the radio, it's already in the truck, ready to go, and I just plug it in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick before I start attaching all these adapters. I'm gonna wait till this rain passes, and then we'll go ahead and restart where we are. I guess nature decided not a good day today. Microphone ran to the top corner, same way to the dash through there. All right, with a little break in the rain now, we can go ahead and get restarted on where we left off. I went ahead and made all our connections here, plugged in all our accessory connectors in the back. Now we connect our auxiliary in on white and reds from this main connector to our other harness. And the only other connection we need to make is our camera. So there is a camera in on the left side, but the problem is we don't want to do the front camera, so this is obviously our rear. But on our connector here, there's 2 cameras. They're not labeled whether it's front or rear, so we're gonna have to just guess. And if this is the wrong one, then we'll just plug it into this one. But hopefully it's this one. We're not gonna fully install it right now. We're just gonna kind of mock it up, make our connections, and then go from there. We also do need to connect this ground wire to the back of the radio. And then we'll just make our factory connectors go into here. So let's go ahead and do that now. So our main one is this one USB that we did. There was 2 of these, so we need to find the right adapter, and it'll plug into here. And then the rest of these will basically only go in one way, so you can't really mess this up. These can only go in one slot. So there's really no way for you to mess this up. All right, once we made our connections in the back, I want to grab myself an extra, just like an extra pair of wire to kind of ground it to the connector here. So I don't have to put it fully all the way back in here yet. I want to make sure everything works before I go ahead and tie all these wires together and get it all cleaned up. So right now we are gonna do that, and like I said, I just tied it onto the back somewhere on a piece of metal back here, so it grounds out. Moment of truth. All right, radio comes on. Let's see if we can get some sound. Good. Radio controls work on our steering wheel. Good. Now let's make sure our backup camera works. It does. Great. So now that we know that everything's connected correctly, we can go ahead and clean all this up. So I'm gonna get some zip ties that came in the kit and zip tie all these connectors together so they're not loose, and get this really cleaned up. All right, guys, everything is all bundled up in sections. So we got 3 bundles here, zip tied together so we can go and securely put it behind here. I do have my ground wire still loose, so I can go ahead and put that on as well while I mount it up here. Like I said, I'm going to mount it on the back side of the radio. One last thing before I forget is once I need to go ahead and install the get little clips on here that we took off the original radio. All right, now we can carefully secure our harness back in here. Make sure nothing gets pinched. Just like so. All right. And we are done. All right, the install is in, and guys, this radio, like I said, it will not disappoint you. If you're looking for a radio for your Toyota Tundra, Toyota Sequoia, this is the one to get. This is, like I said, this is the one I would recommend you guys getting. I have had this before in my other Tundras, and I can honestly tell you, so there's 2 different models. There's a 6 gig and an 8 gig. And for what I got from the company was, when I asked them what the difference was, because there is a price difference about $100 from the 6 to the 8, is they basically told me that the 8 gig is going to work a little bit faster. So it's a little bit faster to the touch, and it's a little bit faster as far as the internet. So that's what you're going to get with the 8 gig. So I went ahead and just spent the extra $100 and got the 8 gig. And honestly, it actually works really, really well. There's a lot of stuff on here I can show you guys. And if you do get this screen or this radio, what I recommend you do, the first thing you do is go to the amplifier and adjust your settings. And you can customize it here however you want. You can change all these settings, whatever. But what I would recommend, this is what I did to my last truck, and I did it again to this one. Go to DTS, hit Pro, and just forget it. Leave it there. And this thing's gonna sound amazing. Your speakers will sound like they're some kind of crazy aftermarket nice good speakers. I don't know how it works and what it does, but it sounds really good with these settings here. You can adjust this a little bit more if you wanted to, but I'm telling you, your truck speakers will sound 1,000 times better. I don't know how it does it, but it works great. That's the first thing I ever did. Like I said, it's got a built-in navigation. This uses basically the GPS antenna. I don't like using that. I just go ahead and use the Apple CarPlay. The maps on here works, just like your phone. Another great feature that this radio has is it can mirror your phone onto the screen of your radio, so you can watch your favorite YouTube channels or movies on your screen, and it'll mirror everything basically right onto your screen. So whatever you are doing, it can do that as well. So that's pretty cool. A cool feature you can do while you're waiting in the parking lot or waiting on your family inside the store. You can watch it on your big screen TV here in the car. There's a ton of stuff you can watch. You can go on Google, you can go on Chrome, you can go search the internet, you can go check your emails, you can check your vehicle settings here, all your fuel settings, tire info. I don't know how it works, but it basically will match whatever your truck is saying or car screen is. It'll download. It's pretty accurate. It puts it on the screen, and if you open the door, it'll tell you that the door is open and closed as well. So it does a lot of stuff on here. The backup camera uses the factory backup camera. Now I don't like the factory backup camera because I think Toyota's backup cameras are really, really bad. They don't have a high definition camera. So I'm gonna order the backup camera for this radio and replace it with the factory one because it's 1,000 times better as well. You can watch Hulu, you can go on Instagram. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that you guys can do with this radio head unit. You can even change the background. The background does automatically change when you turn your headlights on. It goes into like dark mode. You can actually leave it on dark mode If you go to settings and change that to where that will stay on the whole time, you can change the wallpaper. You can do, like I said, 1,000 things with this radio head unit. You will be messing with this for hours. You guys are planning on getting one of these radio head units, I will put a promo code down below. It'll save you guys a little bit of money. Also, if you have any questions, put them in the comments down below. I'll answer any questions you guys may have, any concerns. I will try to get to you guys as soon as I can. If you guys like this video, please like, please subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.